the quarantine question is, it's got lots of layers. First of all, can my family come visit me? That's another big question, and so I think it's important to note that the European Union has stated that they think unofficial travel, leisure travel, tourism, anything not for for a needed purpose, be delayed until the end of June. So 30 June is what the European Union said, and Germany has adopted that recommendation. And so if you've got family that are planning to come here before the 30th of June, I think they may get stopped probably at the ticket counter before they get on an airplane. Hopefully at that point, because if they get stopped at the point where they've landed in Germany and then told they have to get back on an airplane, that's never good. But for all of our families that are coming in, all the ones that live here or are PCSing to Germany, whether it's you went home, took some leave, and are coming back, there is a quarantine requirement. And so what's different there is Germany has added a new exemption to that. And it's based upon COVID testing. So if you get tested either before you get on an airplane within 48 hours and you have a doctor's note that shows that you were tested and the test was negative, then you are exempted from the 14-day quarantine. Not everybody can get a test before they come over, and so we are providing tests for anybody that wants one as they come into the country. And to that point, we're actually going to test twice. And so immediately upon arrival, it's going to be a test that allows you to know whether or not you were traveling sick and perhaps didn't know. You were an asymptomatic carrier or just didn't know you were sick. We also recognize you may have sat next to somebody on the airplane that was sick, and so 5 days later we're going to do a second test. So 2 checks to make sure that coming into the community you are able to know, number one, that you weren't sick when you got here, and 2, didn't get sick on the way, and then that allows you to enter into what we're calling a working quarantine for 14 days. And so you get that doctor's note, you get that documentation that says you had a negative test, but still, a negative test, is one data point in time. It's only that one, that one check, and the reality is the virus could be present an hour later after you took the test. And so we're asking people during that working quarantine to minimize contact with the community as much as possible. Sure, you can go out and go get food, walk the dog, do some of those critical things you have to do upon arrival, but as much as possible, do little over that first 14 days. Don't go to any public events, don't go to any meetings, don't go to a barbecue, don't go touring the city center of, you name the beautiful German town here in the Stuttgart area. Keep a low profile and get through those first 14 days, because then in addition to the negative test, we know with 14 days and no symptoms, didn't have COVID.